So the other thing I make clear in my book is that this is not advice, and that's not just to make the lawyers happy. Like everyone invests differently. So just because this is what I do doesn't mean that it's what you should do.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice for everyone. I'm a passive investor. I invest mostly in index funds, which are very broad, low cost, diversified funds. And I plan on holding them for 50 plus years. I never sell. And I do what's called dollar cost averaging. So I invest the same amount of money every single month, come hell or high water, every month on the first of the month, the same dollar amount over and over again. It's not based off of where I think the market's going to go next or what the economy's doing. It's just a consistent system to invest a little bit more for as long as I can and hold that for as long as I can. So that's how I invest in the stock market. My wife and I have a fairly high percentage of cash as our net worth. Like if most financial advisors looked at it, they'd say like, what's going on here? Are you saving for a new house or whatnot? And I always say, no, I'm saving for a world that I know is going to take me and everyone else for a wild ride. And I think most people think about risk. They only think about the risk that they can envision, that the risk that makes sense to them. And the thing that we know about risk is that the biggest risk is always what you don't see coming. I've used like 9/11, 2008, and COVID. Nobody saw those things coming before they had destroyed the world effectively. And at the personal level, it's the same. Very few people see a divorce coming. Very few people see cancer coming. And most people think it's not going to happen to them until it does. So I have a higher level of cash than most people because I want to stay cognizant that even if things are going well now, like things change and change abruptly. So in a world where risk is what you don't see coming, you need to have a level of conservatism in your finances that seems like it's a little bit too much. Because if you're only planning for the risks that you can see, you're going to miss the surprise 10 times out of 10. So those are my high level finance philosophies. Investing low cost, diversified for the next 50 years, and a high level of conservatism. I like to think of it as like saving like a pessimist and investing like an optimist.
Yeah.
I want to save my money with the idea that like, oh, the world's fragile and my career might be fragile and I want to be prepared for that so I can endure it. But I invest with the idea that like, if I can endure it and put up with all the ups and downs, then if I can stay invested for 50 years, the results will be incredible.